Alright, we start here. Here we go. Ferrari 296 goes for a lead. An early lead change. Oh, 71. That's the 71. Ferrari 296 being spun. The Corvette gets a good run on the straightaway here. That Corvette is way faster than the... Will it be enough? Will it be enough coming into this chicane? Oh, the 114. Up and over. Play of this. Just over the curb. The Corvette, he had room. Oh. The Acura had room there, but the Corvette was just on the outside. So, the M6 will maintain its position coming into this section. Oh, the Corvette goes wide. He goes into the wall. He's going to spin. He almost has contact with the 71. And ladies and gentlemen, the number 19 Ferrari 296 will be your winner. The number 85 Corvette reigns supreme. Coming into the last corner here, the 85 Corvette will finish the race in the lead and will finish the second to last race of this championship in first. Let's see if he can pull it off in Magny Cours. That was a highlight reel of everything that happened this season, and now we're at the finale, Magny Cours, and we start away here. Good start from the 54 Ferrari of Manuel Ferguson, followed by Mika Van Galen, the number 19 Ferrari 296. There are 3 championship contenders this weekend. The 2 Ferraris and that Corvette in the back. Daniel Kellwitz right there. He had a bad qualifying. Oh, that's the pole sitter, the number 95 Aston Martin Vantage in the sand trap. That's not good for their race. I think that's their day over. But Emmanuel Ferguson already had the lead, so he is now in the lead. So that will put him in the lead of the championship. Daniel Kellwitz will have to finish either right behind or right ahead of Ferguson in order to win this championship. Points are very tight coming into this race after Monza, but Emmanuel Ferguson is leading the championship right now. Mika Van Gel might actually not. Mika Van Gel has to have Ferguson have a really bad mess up here in order to win the championship. But the 19 Ferrari won the first race. Surprisingly, that 54 of Emmanuel Ferguson hasn't won any races this season, with there only being 3 before this. And Kellwitz won 2 races, but Emmanuel Ferguson has been consistently finishing second or third, with no out of top 10 finishes this whole season, I believe. Here's Ferguson coming into the last chicane, followed by Van Gel right behind. There's Elio Bolognesi in the back there in the 71 Ferrari 296. 3 Ferraris leading this race, followed by Aston Martin Vantages. Here's Van Gel. Oh! He's going to bump the 54 Ferguson out of the way. This will be really bad if Ferguson can't get it started again. He'll keep going. Here's Kellwitz in the back. He's going to have to climb through the field. Luckily, I believe Ferguson did not spin out of second, so I think Bolognesi, I'm pretty sure, overtook him. So now Ferguson is in third. He's still leading the championship, I believe, in points either way, but Kellwitz is far behind. He might finish runner-up. That qualifying, the car could not get started. The engine was not starting up the whole qualifying session. So, along with a red flag from a barrel roll incident from the number, I think 92 or 93 McLaren 720S, the McLaren got into the gravel trap and then just rolled over in the air, I believe, actually. He got into the air and then rolled over. Oh! There's an Aston Martin. There's a replay on board with the 114 Lexus RCF GT3. This is the car which barrel rolled last race, and we had some footage issues, so it looked like it went through the ground. It didn't. Oh, he just got caught out. Lexus just got caught out. And then I think that'll be a DNF. That's his day over. 2 races consistently DNFing. That's not good. Not good at all. Here's some shuffling in the back. This is the Ferrari. There's the McLaren right there, and then the Porsche and the Lamborghini. There's the Ferrari. That's the 83 of Peter Prunk. He hasn't had that good of a season with some DNFs, notably. I think. I don't remember if he DNF'd in Van Zandvoort. Actually, no, I don't think he DNF'd. But he hasn't finished well. The Ferrari 488s have just been good throughout the season, so Peter Prague has found himself in some... I think he finished overall well, but not in championship contention. Oh, Toyota GRD6 GT300, I don't think he will be able to get ahead. But the 83 will now try to overtake the McLaren, I believe. Yep, he's going to go on the inside, then the outside. Oh, dipping the wheel off into the grass. That's not going to be good for grip. But he will try to get ahead here in the final corners in the chicane. All the drivers this weekend have said they've enjoyed the chicane, but it will be hard to navigate through 21 times throughout the whole race. Here's Kelwitz in the back on lap 9. There's the Porsche trying to get ahead of the McLaren, but Kelwitz will go on. No, he will not go on the inside. He's going to stick to the main line here. We can see that DRC Corvette. I think that's the 18. Might be the 18. They both look the same. But Kelwitz here, he's going to try to overtake. He overtook the Porsche. He's overtaking the Porsche right now. But the Porsche goes really wide in that corner. Oh! Something slowing down Kelwitz. I think that's the 83 of Peter Prague. Kelwitz, that's not good for his day. He will lose a lot of time from that. On to lap 11. Here's a McLaren trying to overtake the 78 Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2. The Lamborghini was involved in an incident last race where he spun out the 37 Corvette, DRC Corvette, and got a 10 points deduction from the championship standings. I think that loses all of his points. But here's Kelwitz gonna overtake the Lamborghini. And Lamborghini goes really wide on the exit. Kelwitz has a really good line throughout this track. He's gonna dip some wheels into the grass. That will lose him some time here, but he will get ahead of the Lamborghini. Yes, he will be ahead of the Lamborghini here. He's coming into the top 10 area, which, if he finishes, I think he's going to try to get ahead of Magny Cours in the BMW M4 GT3. But it will be really tough to get up there, get past the McLaren and the Mercedes and the BMW. But he will need to finish up there in order to try to have contention. Here's the GRD6 GT300. Oh, he goes wide. Oh, he's losing it. He lost the car. Into the Corvette, and then into the wall. That's a big crash. Big hit in the concrete wall. We haven't seen anybody lose it there. We're on board replay on the Toyota. He already lost it, and then, yeah. Oh, Corvette just in the direction. I think the Corvette went on the inside. Was it the outside? Yeah. Let me look here. So the Corvette went on the inside, forced the Toyota wide a bit, and then the Toyota just had to go wide on the exit, and then the Corvette was just on the inside. I think that's the number 18. Yeah. I think they both caught some air there from the impact. Yeah, so the Toyota caught some air on the side, and so did the Corvette. That's the 37 Corvette, actually. He had a DNF last race, so that will be 2 DNFs in a row. So 3 DNFs through the season for the DRC Corvettes. Just the first one was the 18 in Zandvoort. The second one with the 37 in Monza, now in Magny Cours. Here we are coming to the last lap. There's the 54 Ferrari. He will just need to finish in 3rd in order to win this championship season. He will not have to finish any higher since Daniel Kelwitz is in 6th in the race overall. He's in 6th, and there's a huge gap that he will not be able to catch up to over 21 laps. Here's the 54, and the 19 I believe will be coming to the line soon. 54 of Emmanuel Ferguson, the Canadian driver. He is just corners away from becoming champion, the first champion of this series. Daniel Kowitz was definitely the the favorite to be champion. But the 54 Emmanuel Ferguson, consistency throughout the season, that will give him the crown. Here's the number 19. He's gonna come to cross the line. And Emmanuel Ferguson is your 2025 EGTCS champion. He's gonna go do some donuts or celebrate, I believe, on the front stretch. I don't know if he's gonna do donuts. This sometime after the finish of the race. So he will. I think he's. Oh, nope. He's gonna rev that thing up. Doing donuts here. Daniel Kowitz just short. Oh, those tires are on fire. Those wheels are on fire. And so is Emmanuel Ferguson throughout this race. Daniel Kowitz was just, I think, 6 points from being the champion this season. If it weren't for that poor qualifying, he would be the one doing donuts here today. But Kowitz is in the main IGTCS series, the number 26 Corvette C7 GT3R, so he will have another shot of the championship there. But Emmanuel Ferguson letting those tires cool down, getting some fire. I think that's from the brakes, probably. Definitely a championship celebration of all time. Emmanuel Ferguson, your 2025 EGTCS champion. Listen to that flat plane crank V8. We are on board with Ferguson. He's going to be ecstatic when he comes out of the car. But that wraps up this 5-race season, but Hockenheim was canceled. This wraps up the 4-race season. It will be probably longer next season. Look at him. That wraps up the season. Well, while we're on board, these are the race results for today. Mika van Gaal just short of the championship. Yeah, Zandvoort was not the best finishing position for him. I think if he got up there in Zandvoort, he would have had a better chance of the title. But Daniel Kowitz, very short of this title. Very, just really short of this. With 2 race dominance. Emmanuel Ferguson hasn't even won any races. That's wild. Here are the point standings. The finishing point standings. That will call it wraps for the EGTCS season. See you all in January on the 10th and 11th for the preseason testing at Bahrain for the IGTCS. That will be the GT3 Grand Prix field. But yeah, that's going to call it wraps. Ladies and gentlemen, Emmanuel Ferguson, your champion for 2025.